What up, what up, what up? It's your favorite shit talking squirrel back for another YouTube video. So we got a crazy one for you today. This guy shows up drunk to his DUI hearing. I shit you not. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time talking about it. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? Let's get this.
Paul, are you ready to go?
Yes. If you guys are ready.
Yes, we're ready. I don't think we're gonna have a prosecutor this morning, so we'll just get to it.
Okay, I'll sit here and then my brother here.
This is file 23137 SD, People versus Norbert Herbert.
Excuse me, sir.
Oops, yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Yep.
Start again. Take a deep breath. This is file number 23137 SD, People versus Norbert Herbert Schroeder. Mr. Schroeder is here with his attorney, Mr. Paul Gibson. He's charged with operating while intoxicated. First offense. Matter is set for sentencing this morning. Mr. Matthew Huff is here from the probation department. He had prepared the screening report. He did just give me a discharge treatment summary report from the Michiana Behavioral Health Center in Plymouth. And Mr. Gibson, what would you like me to know?
Well, the defendant, he still has a case in Indiana for OWI that he tells me is unresolved. When you look at Mr. Mr. Schroeder's history, he does have, as Matt says, this looks like it's his sixth drunk driving offense, but the defendant would like the court to know that he did abstain from, it looks like he was able to go about 10 years without getting pulled over for an OWI. And so he does have a bad history, but this is over a period of over 20 years. And so the defendant is asking for a chance to prove himself. He would ask for something as an alternative to jail time, whether it be probation, community service, but he's asking for leniency here, and I'm sure he has things to add. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Schroeder, what would you like me to know?
Well, a lot of these charges were back when I was in my early 20s, and I abstained from drinking, and just recently here when I got this one and one in Indiana, going through a divorce, and that kind of hit me real hard after the holidays. So, but I know that's not really an excuse, but yeah, it hit me hard.
Yes. It used to be for it to be a felony offense, you had to have 3 drunk drivings within 10 years, and that's what it is. And then it became 3 in a lifetime. You had to have 2 and 7 or 3 and 10. And now it's 2 and 7 or 3 in a lifetime. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 2000s. And then in 2014, you got another drunk driving in Knox City, Indiana.
Yes.
And then after that, there was a meth charge that you had some struggle with.
Well,
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your 6th offense, but the most recent one was 2014. The prosecutor charged it as a first offense. You had a very high blood alcohol level. You were driving very badly. You crashed into a mailbox. They did do a blood draw. And then a few days later, you got arrested again. My suspicion is Indiana is really gonna
Yeah,
Take
they're
some.
gonna nail me.
I think they are. All right, but it is nonetheless a sixth offense. Then you didn't show up for your screening. Matt modified things a little bit after you did show up. He got another day credit for fail to appear. So,
Depending on how you want to count that, I believe it was in the ROA as contempt of court. I don't know
Yes.
if you count that towards your credit
I
on the
would.
sentence. Okay.
I don't have to. I guess you're right. I don't really want you on probation. You got a charge pending in Indiana. I'm gonna give you 45 days credit too, leaving 43 days to serve. There will be some good time calculated in that. You will get out and then you can deal with your Indiana case.
Okay, my court date there is August 30th.
You'll be done with this by August 30th.
Okay.
There's a $300 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee. I'll cut the screening fee in half. The attorney fee is $150. Was there a police reimbursement for the blood draw?
It was not submitted in the police report that I obtained from the prosecutor's office.
All right, we'll just leave it out. 300 plus 75 plus 50 plus 50 plus 150 is 625. I don't believe I have any bond money. All right, you're gonna have to deal with your Indiana stuff, but you were a danger to the people here, saying that you had a rough Christmas. Then don't drive a car.
That was
All right,
definitely enough.
all right, you go with officers. Let me give you this envelope. I'll give it to your friend here. I'm gonna make that 625. By September 30th.
Keep my phone anyway there.
Thank you, sir. That lady.
Well, there you go. He's off to serve his 20 or so days, and then he'll be off to Indiana, where hopefully they come down on him a little bit harder. Middleton was definitely a little light with this. I mean, I'm sure he knows what he's doing, but we're going to find out here in just a second how much this man has not learned his lesson.
I would not believe, Your Honor, but he is under the influence right now. I just took custody.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I said, so if we were to test you today, would you so? He goes, yes. I said, I can smell
All right, well, we got,
it. So they'll give him a PBT at the jail.
well, if he's over the, make sure they do. If he's over 0.08, we may have to redo everything.
No, we're just gonna do one now.
Yeah.
Was at the jail?
Yeah.
Oh.
They
I thought
just
he was
took
still
him.
here.
No. I told them that they'll probably do it in the jail, so I'll make sure that they do it.
All right. I couldn't smell it from where I was. He didn't say much.
No, but it was definitely.
Log out, and so we're trying to figure out what the deal is. Not a terrible time to put the thing.
Jenny says she was in the middle of it, so she couldn't do it right away. So.
Oh, sorry, Jenny.
But there you are.
Thank you.
It looks like Thursday I'll be here
What time?
in the afternoon, like 1 or 2 o'clock.
That'll probably work fine. We'll set it for 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon. Mr. Schroeder, I ask that you come back to the jail, back for Polycom. Your lawyer, Mr. Gibson, is still here. We just did a sentencing in People versus Norbert Herbert Schroeder. The bailiff indicated that he felt you had been drinking. They gave you a preliminary breath test at the jail and the result was 0.168. So I can't sentence you while you're intoxicated. So I find that you're in contempt. I'm gonna order 5 days jail. I'm gonna reset sentence for July 13th at 2 p.m.
12-hour shifts and then.
I could have let it stand, but by the fact that you're intoxicated takes away the fact that this was a knowing and voluntary and understanding proceeding. But I find that you're in contempt for coming to court while intoxicated. And we will address this further Thursday at 2 o'clock. You can go get some lunch.
Well, there you have it. I don't know what Middleton was thinking with that 20-day sentence. Like, oh, this guy needs help. He definitely needs to be taught a lesson. I've heard of DUI charges that totally upend people's lives, like ruins whatever they have going on. Like they lose their job, their family, everything. And this guy, he's on his 6th DUI charge with another one pending in Indiana, and he gets 20-something days with good behavior. Like, I don't know what the fuck, but it always seems like the worst people catch the biggest breaks. Like, look at Daryl Brooks. Like, when he ran over Erica and then he gets that $1,000 bond, that's what he was out on when he ran over 6 other people. And then you have people in prison for, like, weed charges. Just like, I don't understand our justice system sometimes. It's frustrating, but whatever. I hope this guy gets his comeuppance sooner and later. We will follow up with him on Thursday. He has a chance to sober up. What a jackass. Anyway, yeah. By the way, before we go, the guy with the weird hair from last week, the guy who was living in his uncle's house, Mr. Lockwood, his hearing is today too, so keep an eye out for that upload. I'm going to be watching that shortly. Speaking of Daryl Brooks, he had a hearing today too, and I've got a lot to say about that. So I'll be making a video on that today probably as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that upload. So, yeah, we'll see you in those upcoming videos, and until then, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.